What's going on, everybody? And there's Rob making his thing. Well, we're going to do this every time now. You guys don't like it, but everyone gets to do their plugs at the beginning this time. So, Rob, what's going on?
Oh, well, if we're plugging already, then jeez. Usual stuff. I'm bouncing around here and there and everywhere. But tomorrow's mail call is an Olympic mail call.
Olympic?
There's gold. There's silver. There's bronze. There's even copper. So if the Olympics ever start giving out fourth place or participation trophies, there's some of that. But there is no modern books.
Wow. That is scary.
It is an awesome mail call. Very
cool. Okay, next up. Taylor, what are you doing?
Yes, please let's plug while no one's fucking watching, Eddie.
Okay, well, they watch. Fine, okay, forget it.
Slip it in as it goes. Come on, you can do it, Taylor.
Yeah, I got
on the rewatch. On the rewind, somebody might only watch the first 2 minutes.
There's still a day left where you can enter to win the Sixth Gun trade paperback volume 1 on my site if you can figure that one out. Stevie B won something from Small Town Collectibles, but he'll never collect it because he never watches any of my shit, and so I might be doing a giveaway on that one at some point down in the future too. I'm going to give him like 2 weeks, and then after that, I'm be like, you know what, you had your shot. So and then
the guy I thought who wasn't going to claim mine, he claimed mine this afternoon.
Right, yeah, you're there like Stevie B though. I don't know if he's kind of he's a YouTuber. He's a nice enough guy. I mean, he just never watches anybody else's stuff, so he won't watch. And then Wednesday comic book review. I've been doing them live because I need to get my view hours back up because I dipped way below 4,000, and so yay.
When do they reset? I don't know how that works.
They're on a rolling 4,000, so like I gotta pump them back up. It's a rolling 12-month period by the day.
Oh, wow. Okay, I have no clue how many I have. I don't even pay attention anymore. I'm almost seeing 400 people. Jason, what's going
on? Tuesday, on this guy with the really incredible mustaches channel, we're going to be talking about horror comics and Halloween stuff.
Halloween. How did I forget about plugging sidekicks?
I have no clue, but you didn't do it, and I'm glad because I don't have much coming up on my own channel. So.
There you go.
Yeah, I just plugged your channel and our show.
That's right. So, I was thinking about it earlier when I was pinging you while you're on your weekend getaway about, hey, who's doing artwork this week?
Me tomorrow.
Got it.
Yeah, I'll
Eddie,
get right on
what's going on your channel?
Yeah, Eddie.
This week I think I've got the latest CGC unboxing, my second to last I'll ever have for now, and then one. That's about it, really. I'm only doing 2 videos a week. Wednesday and Friday. I'm like at 391 people. Somehow I've jumped up to almost 400, and I haven't figured that one out yet.
Nice.
Hey, Las Cruces.
If you get Eddie up to 4,000 or 400, he'll give something away. That giant mug of his sitting right there.
If you give him up to 4,000, he'll give away that Centipede Asteroid video game.
Yeah, no shit, huh?
I want to get rid of, if somebody wants to come pick them up, I'd love to get rid of a few of them. The new dog actually ate one of the wires on my Rampage one. So
there you go, Jason.
If I just drive up and pick it up, huh? He'll give it to me?
Well, not that one, but one of the other ones. That one's the only one I really want to keep. These are the 2 I want to keep. I've got Galaga and Galaxian here and Rampage Defenders, the other machine in the living room. And then our kids got a Pac-Man one. So there's 2 out in the living room, 3 in here at the moment. I'm not buying them anymore, really. I'm not that I'm over them, but I haven't had time to really use them, which I'd like to. But I know I'm working. My work hours now 50 hours a week, and then next week it's 60 hours that week. So.
And yes, Jason did say horror comics.
Yes, horror. As in
horror comics.
Yeah.
But I guess Panda is doing some kind of show right now, so I'm not sure. He might be.
Mark's doing it weekend as always, but
yeah,
and there's watching going. It's the usual stuff.
From what I see, I think we have 0 people watching. Even Las Cruces left.
He's still here, I'm sure.
I know, it's weird. That counter thing, anything means nothing. Well, you were saying something before we went live. I'm sorry. I wanted to hear what you were saying, Taylor. It's probably too late.
The 4,000 watch hours you need to monetize, they're a rolling 4,000 watch hours by the day.
Oh, okay. I have no.
So you gotta keep on top of that. And so I'm gonna have to start going live again, people.
You're so much more interesting live.
Yeah, I know. I'm
the drunk ones.
Here's the problem. My liver doesn't like that. So If I can get Jason to come on and start chugging screwdrivers like they're water, then
dude, I don't drink, and I haven't drank in like 3 years, and I think the time I drank before that was like 5 years before that. But when I do drink, like that whole bottle of vodka was gone in that live stream, and I was fine afterwards. I mean, I was drunk, but and I felt just fine the next day. Like I said, I'm a completionist, so
well, there you go.
I started that bottle in it, and it had to be done.
It had to be completed. But
next time it'll be a 5-gallon bag of Franzia.
I missed out on that.
I still have it entirely. I bought some Screwball just to taste it and haven't even opened the damn thing. So,
well, Eddie, go get your Screwball. It's Sunday night.
Yeah, I know, but I got to be up at 5 a.m. tomorrow to work.
Yeah, I got to work tomorrow too. So,
well, it's because with things getting cold up here, everyone's in a rush to get the stuff done. So we have about a month before they don't allow you to actually dig in the roads anymore because of the cold. So they've got to get all the gas. So they're actually setting up a second inspector and another person what I do up here tomorrow. And so there's going to be way too many of us to do way less work than they're going to find out there's not needed to be. So my day is going to be this week. I think we're working 50 hours. And then the following week, they volunteered us for a Saturday. So that's going to be 60 hours that week. So my bank account will enjoy it. It won't be added onto my comic book collecting because I don't use that money for comic book collecting. So wife still doesn't believe I don't, but I don't. But either way.
If you're watching Mrs. Old Man Collectibles, you heard it here first.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I've done the whole thing.
Plus, I mean, you can't afford to because every week you have something new you need. Like,
it's
a $900 dishwasher.
A $900 dishwasher.
Okay. Oh, the dishwasher you're asking. What happened was ours just died. It wouldn't.
Nobody was asking. It's a dead.
I know.
No, I was.
Yeah, he was asking about the price. What happened was I went to Home Depot. 80% of their dishwashers are out on the boats off of California and aren't getting here for 2 months.
Oh, is that what they're?
So
that's why? Okay.
The newest one I could. Well, no, the dishwasher is only $130. $530.
But to get it from China here in a timely manner, it was an extra $765.
No. It used they're charged. I got a 5-year warranty on it because I'm getting sick of them breaking. I had a 3-year warranty on this one, and it went past 3 years and broke. But then they charged that's $125 to have it installed. So after all the extra pieces to install and haul away the old one, it was just about $800, and then they charged me tax, which ended up being just below. So
but Jesse, don't you guys also have like a house full of child labor? I mean,
you use the extra labor to help out.
we run a sweat lodge.
Sweatshop.
I was gonna say
sweat lodge is different at Grove.
Yeah, sweat lodge is different. Yeah, I don't even know what we run.
I will say that it was funny though that you mentioned that with them all their stuff off the coast because I ran into it today. It was like actually I was ordering some stuff for my son. He was going back to school and he was before he went off, I was ordering some stuff to be delivered to his dorm room. And one of the stupid things was just like the stupid vitamins that he takes. And like I clicked on it and first it wasn't until I got to the checkout. Unfortunately, I caught it before I hit the click on checkout. I had said, I was originally looking at a package of one and it was, X price with free delivery. And when I went to the 2-pack where the price was like a 50% savings, on the second one, all of a sudden, when I got to checkout, when they wanted $99 for shipping and handling,
what
on a $24 purchase?
Yeah,
what were they charging $99?
Supply chain falls apart.
It was just somebody putting stuff in there. It wasn't being sold by Amazon. It was a third-party seller on the platform who was fixing the front end price and then sticking the back end on it and hoping that you wouldn't catch it until if you caught it like me, you only caught it at checkout. But they're hoping you just were in your click go and didn't pay any attention to it whatsoever and jack you on the.
That's pretty shady.
Yeah. Welcome to Amazon third party.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm still waiting to see if
what's up, Chip?
Any of my Instagram ad purchases. I bought 2 things off Instagram ads. I haven't received either yet. So
my wife
is coming from China, man.
She actually received it. My wife got 2 mugs with her sisters on it, and they actually came from China. And so they were like taped together, two foam things that big taped together. They showed up.
I ordered, dude. there's this really cool kid's bed, right? It's
Mhm.
like it almost looks like a bunk bed, but it's
The
got
size
like
of
a
a dog
desk
bed.
in the bottom, and it's got
Yeah,
like for
loft bed.
video game. It's really sweet, and it was $59.99 free shipping. And I read all the dimensions to make sure it wasn't going to come, and it was like this big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dollhouse bed.
Exactly.
It would
We
work
read
for your
all the-
GI Joes though.
So if it comes, it should be pretty cool. And then I ordered that Whiskey Barrel Arcade, and that was also $59.98 free shipping. And we got tracking numbers from China. We have 2 of them, but
They probably
Whiskey
sit
Barrel
someplace.
what?
Yeah, you'll never know when you'll see it.
Yeah.
What is
Exactly.
it? A Whiskey Barrel what?
Arcade
It's-
game.
it's
Use
a
a whiskey
whiskey
barrel as
barrel.
a table, like for
yes,
the
Oh.
old
Little-
the table arcade games, but
Oh,
use a whiskey barrel one. I
That's
And you
ordered
don't
some
buy
jerseys.
it. He's not got you only listen to part of the story. He does not have it.
Yeah.
It's still in
well, no, I was trying to understand what it was. That's all. 'Cause
I did
my
some
wife got
baseball
me that.
style jerseys, Jason,
I was going to do the same thing.
like some Star Wars ones or whatever and whatnot. Dude, when they finally got here, right? So even though I had read their sizing and whatever else, and I went and I ordered a size up from what I normally wore, so I ordered like a triple XL. They came, dude, and it's like Chinese triple XL or something.
Yeah, Chinese triple XL is not.
because I couldn't get my arms in it, right?
Yeah.
I ended up giving my kids. My son and my youngest both wear those jerseys now, because I couldn't possibly wear them, and my kids are like, super skinny.
I was wondering that because I seen the same jerseys where you could put whatever on it, and they
Yeah.
were cool looking and stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, no.
No.
I mean, I had a similar problem with a polo shirt I got from Europe one time. That it was for an Italian team, car team, and it was in Italian sizes. And let me tell you, the Italian double XL also much smaller than an American
Yeah.
double XL.
Yeah, there's that site called
Triple
Shein or whatever
XL.
Shein that a lot of the women buy from. I
Yeah.
bought something there during COVID because like, oh, cool, I can get some my Hawaiian shirts. No, they're doll sized for men. Like, it's
fat guy in a little
yeah, pretty
coat.
much. Yeah,
Like that shirt I got from Spider-Man booth.
exactly.
Oh, is that a small? And I wear a
It was
3X.
that was a Chinese large, but yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
I've been the only thing I've been waiting on right now has been for over a year now. I've been waiting on a Black Series Star Wars figure that I pre-ordered that was supposed to be delivered like
Which one?
in March.
I bought a few, but not a lot of
I
them.
think it is the Armorer.
Oh wow!
from
Yeah, I
the
could have gotten it
Mandalorian.
tenfold for you. They've been
Well,
showing.
no, this was like a variant.
No, the
one.
black series.
I
there's only
know,
one
but
of
there
them.
was more than one version.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard of that yet.
But anyways, it's been like forever, and it's like still on the boat,
Still on
or
the
still-
damn boat.
whatever.
I was-
I'm like,
I-
well, it's like originally it was intended to be like my sister's birthday present, and then there was the
Oh.
opportunity to give it to her when she was promoted, and now I'm at this point holding off and hope that maybe it's a Christmas present. Otherwise, it's going to be her birthday present next year.
Yeah, I was stupid enough to pre-order a Venom 300 CGC 8.9.8, and I won't see that for a year or two. I bet.
Which one? Venom.
300. No, the 35. It was
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I've got like two of those on order. One of them is the Art Germ one, but the
That's
funny
the-
thing is I had a 30 that was on order. That was the one with the Tyler Kirk one. It was signed, and it's been forever. And I bought it through Unknown.
Oh,
It was supposed to be, according to them, and their lead time was supposed to be back like in April. And good afternoon there, Abby.
Abby.
So what ended up happening was, I'd write them periodically, just checking on it, and it'll be here when it's here. It'll be here when it's here. And so finally the other day I was pinging them, and they finally said, "Oh, well, it was just signed in June," and going off. And I was like, "Oh, it was just signed in June. You sold this thing back in October 2020, and you've had Kirkham in-house signing events. How is it that you waited till June to get it signed when it was slated to be delivered back in April. And they said, oh, well, we haven't had any signings since then. We missed it by a week when they came in, so we had to wait. I'm like, oh, all right, well, then I just want to get a refund. No refunds on pre-orders. That's our store policy. Your store policy, is adorable. It's cute, but it has no basis in law. So now, having said that, let's talk what the law says. So I forwarded them the link to the FTC website regarding internet sales and the fact that they are expected to deliver within 30 days of a scheduled delivery date, that they estimated delivery date, unless they seek your permission to extend it. And I said, since the time frame that you gave was April, and is now October, and you have not once reached out to me to ask permission for me to wait, I'm telling you, I do not give permission. And under those rules, I wish to have a refund. Now, I'll take store credit. I'll be nice. And, because I'll find something to buy on their website, for God's sakes.
That'll still never show up, but yeah.
So after they denied me first, and I said, well, then I'll go through my dispute process. Then the supervisor finally got my thing and forwarded it up to the owner, who said yes, that they'd take care of it and sent me my refund. Meanwhile, the supervisor from there said, we're sorry, the person who was responding to you was just following the guidelines. I said, yeah, they're following a script. Who cares?
Exactly. They always are. And their job is to not put you through to their boss because they don't want.
Yeah. They're just like, store policy. Whoop-de-doo.
Also, unknown just has shitty customer service.
It's not something to be honest with you. So I've dealt with their customer service a bunch of times, and generally, I wouldn't say it's great customer service, but I wouldn't say that it's awful either. It's just slow because they have a 2-day delay between responses, oftentimes, and which is their service level.
If they bother to respond. I've gone emails that I've never had them respond to an email. I had to message them on Facebook to ever get a response out of them.
Oh, okay. Well, I've just had the issue where it's been really annoying is you send them an email. It takes 2 days for them to respond. You reply instantly because they ask you a stupid yes. They ask you a yes/no question, and it's another 2 days waiting for them to ask you another yes/no question for another 2 days. And then by the time it's done, it's like 12, 18 days go by, and they go, oh, well, that was like 3 weeks ago. And you're all, yeah, it was 3 weeks ago, but you're the morons who stretched it out. But, I've generally had success with them resolving things in the end.
They've never responded to emails from me ever. So they're on my blacklist. I don't buy from them.
Yeah, I mean, they're on a... I have shifted more stuff through Street Level Heroes because they're carrying the same product and generally have better customer service. And
I mean, I've had some frustrations too with those guys with that Spider-Man boot, but they always get it taken care of.
Exactly. And but unknown, sometimes it's hard to pass up. Sometimes when they do some of their sales, buy 3 get 3 type stuff, and especially if there's a bunch of stuff that you actually want.
Is he even doing the big boxes anymore? I haven't gotten an ad. JP.
No.
I mean, they disappeared off the face of the earth, I guess.
Yeah. No, I just answered your question.
Yeah,
no,
he's not.
There's been a little bit of backlash about those things anyway. So,
well, his whole thing is he basically said he needed to go to cons to restock for those boxes and stuff, and he said he wants the next box to actually be good because I think he's heard the feedback from the last couple. And
gotcha.
My tired of getting one word answer was curt, but it was accurate. So he's basically there on pause indefinitely until he can get it sorted.
Gotcha. I can't even get it on a Friday. I was going to get it on a Friday, and I got stuck working Friday.
They don't do Fridays anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about it.
They're doing Mondays and Wednesdays, but it's all kind of their YouTube stuff is shrinking rapidly. They're shifting from the looks of it. They're shifting almost all their stuff, or shifting all their focus to whatnot. So,
isn't that like the new big comic selling site?
Yeah, it is if you're a big seller. If you're a big seller, you're in great shape. If you're a smaller seller, you can be you're screwed.
Well, if you
You know.
just or you have to have stamina, and by that I mean you have to like go on a couple days a week and like just muscle through it until you get an audience.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to do well because you've got all the crap behind you that you've gotten from them, and you'll do fine. I mean,
This is all on eBay. I've got this many boxes full of like that's my variants to get rid of and stuff too for the most part. So yeah,
you'll do fine. I'm we're seeing. I'm still working out my strategy for next year because things are going to come really to a grinding halt when it comes to next year. If I don't get an accountant and start trying to figure out keeping track of it, and told my wife I'm really thinking I want to open up a store. And I know people say I'm stupid, but the guy in town, the second store popped up during all this, and I'm walking in there and I'm just looking at his stuff, and he admits Spider-Man Silver, the Silver and Black book, McFarlane's #1, he has it up on the wall for $95. I said, dude, do you realize it sells for $8.99 on eBay? Buy it now. The guy's got 10 of them. He's like, wow, I didn't know that. I'm like, why are you selling comic books?
It'll sell for $90 if it's slabbed to $9.8.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's really weird. He won't put books out in boxes, and do it that way. He has racks and he just lays them out with random prices on it. I mean, no big deal. He's a nice guy. He has a lot of
Rob went. Is that the place Rob went and got all those really good books from?
No, this is up in my town, so up north of him. He just opened up last time, so. But yeah. By the way, I looked at when I ordered that 35. I ordered it January 13th.
Oh, so that sucks, Chip.
Been 9 months.
Is usually pretty good, but
oh wow.
But they've been so behind on delivering books out of their warehouse for a while.
I've never dealt with them.
Yeah, no, the owners. So the thing about Frankie's is, generally they have really good customer service because the owner is or last time I ordered from him, he's highly involved in the Facebook and the Discord groups. So he's usually the one responding, or at least he knows what's going on in that stuff, and it's very active. And they did some really good things. What I liked during some of the really big variant hype that was going on for a while, he was doing stuff to try to clamp down on the flippers and give all the collectors a solid chance. He had it set up where
I heard about that.
Yeah, if you were in the group that
you got a code,
you signed
right?
up the group, yeah, they would give you a code. They would release a code 5 or 10 minutes before, or no, it was they'd give you a half hour before the book would normally go on sale. They'd release a code. You could log into the site with the code, and during that half hour period, you were limited to one per person. And if they went through and they found additional orders, they would cancel all your orders. And so he was doing the above and beyond what you could do to appeal to the collector audience. But they got behind on shipping really bad, and they, as far as I know, never really recovered. Although what was nice is there was a if you were a member of the group, you at least weren't paying for shipping because you could use a code at checkout that always gave you free shipping. Checkout what pissed me off is
I kind of saw them disappear. I never ordered anything from them. I just didn't have time. I'm losing out on all the cool stuff. Those negative green, red, yellow bullshit. Books and stuff like that. I'm just not really. They're great. But I just don't have the time to even get on there and hope I pray I get one. So
they'll be in everybody's mystery boxes in a couple of weeks, a couple of months, anyways.
Dude, that one, I don't know, that friggin' Rogue is like $100 and some odd.
Oh, that's the J. Scott Campbell one.
Yeah.
So I got the Phoenix, not the David Nakayama one. That's okay.
No, the Nakayama ones are all over the place. But I picked up I don't even know who did it, the Phoenix one. I got the green one just for first try for fun, but I don't know. I've decided now to kind of. This might be what my next major boxes are going to be. I'm basically taking everything excess I've been holding on to for I don't know what freaking reasons and just going down. I just want to do X-Men, Something's Killing the Children, and Department of Truth. And just everything else is now free game to just get the hell out of it. It sounds bad, but I just don't.
No, if you want to refocus.
Focused.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to really. I mean, that's why I spent $300 on X-Men number 6.
You're talking to somebody that wants to sell their comics, live in a van, and another guy that just sold all his comics, and then Rob, who
gets
distracted
by shiny squirrels
Yeah.
with bubble helmets all the time.
I still get distracted. Just by stuff like this. I bought this today.
Nice.
The old G.I. Joe, the Triple T tank with Sergeant Slaughter.
I've been looking everywhere as I go and seeing. I think we're gonna take a trip down
this.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
1984 Voltron board game.
Oh, board game. I thought it was the actual thing. And it was like, I want the characters. Yeah.
What's cool is, I mean, the thing is in really good shape.
Nice.
Nice.
A lot of the pieces, if you can see, are still unpunched.
Oh, nice. That's very cool.
Very cool.
So,
I used to love that. Was my favorite cartoon.
Jason just redirected where he's spending.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah, and then like stuff like this. I just redirected where my money goes.
Yeah, that's fine.
I bought some Legos.
Nice.
And I still like comic book stuff. Just comic book Legos.
That's
Nice.
kind of cool. That's cool.
I mean, it's got the van, and it's even got like Ant-Man over here, like right
There
here.
you go.
Look at that.
Can he fit in Thanos' butt?
Probably.
Yeah.
And then he snaps him out.
Yeah.
I ended up with picking up a whole bunch of Tom Corbett Dell books today just because I found them and they were shiny and pretty and a good price.
I would got some Jack Skellington pajamas.
A lot of them were with one seller, so I was able to. He had a decent price for them, but then I was able to sit there and say, "Okay, hey, I want to buy all 5 of these. How about this price?" And then I said, "Well, before I give him that price, why don't I ask him this price lower instead? So maybe he counters to where I want to be." And he took my first price I offered.
There you go.
Hey. I've done that. I mean, honestly, for me and eBay, it all depends on my mood on stuff. I
think sometimes it's like, depending on how long they've been holding these books too. And some of these books have limited audiences, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so somebody comes along and says, "Hey, I'm going to take 5 of your books that you've been sitting on for a while."
Like, I just sold this one today for $15 below what I was asking, but I know there's not much of an audience for it. So,
which one?
The Monsters.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, your audience is sitting right here.
Well, it's already sold. Sorry.
Damn. How much did you sell it for?
35.
Oh, I wouldn't have paid.
It's pretty beat up too. I mean, it's pretty.
Yeah, I wouldn't have paid 35 for it.
I know that's the thing. Is I had it up at 50 forever. I mean, I paid $1 for it, so I'm not bitching.
Oh, by the way, the shop down in St. George, I think he's finally the one you went to, Rob. I think he's finally going to Key Collector and looking up because I just found
prices are higher now.
Well, yeah. Well, he has 3 long boxes full of old stuff. If it's I'm talking under 200 Thor and Tales of Suspense stuff, but all the prices don't match. I mean, they're all set to $80 and $90 each. But then I looked on Key Collector while I was there, and I saw that some Fantastic Four 2 something was popping. So I looked and saw if it was there just to see if I can pick it up for $8-10, and the price is $8, $10, $30. He has it marked at 50. I'm going. I'm like, holy shit!
It must be stuff out of that new collection that he acquired. It was sitting in the back last time I went there, but I haven't. Like I said, I was supposed to go out there beginning of the school year, but I didn't. I didn't make it out there because I was sick.
I still go by and check. I'll go by and check, and then I'll look up Key Collector. But really, the only reason I went down there is my daughter, who hasn't spent time with me in months. Her boyfriend now looks like Jason with long hair. It's kind of funny. I haven't seen this boy. I've only met this boyfriend 4 times, but now he's got beard down to here and hair down to here, and he works what they call. He stays in a house with a bunch of people who need help, as I put it. I guess it's called
a halfway house.
Christmas.
Ren 10.
These are all books I found and that I've been sitting on forever. So
Oh yeah, that's Rob's.
I don't do the TV show books.
Yeah, I know. I know they're small audiences, but for the price I paid for them, it's I'll put them up on eBay and they can just sit. So
Absolutely. Show them off. Sorry, I'm slow in the uptake.
I mean, I have one Del Roy Rogers book, but that's not it's a book that I think Hoarder's Hide or somebody AOK'd me.
Oh, nice.
Little Devil.
Yeah,
he's selling pretty well too.
Yeah.
Anyone need the new Croft Super Show?
Oh God! I've got a bunch of like Richie Rich books, which my mom sent me from when I was a
The
kid.
$1 Million Duck. Oh my God.
I mean, we're hitting some obscure ones here. Here's an old Golden Age
Gang.
Our Gang. I mean,
Well,
it's beat up,
our
like,
game should be cool. That's kind of
That's
cool.
a nice book.
Yeah, I mean, again, these were all a dollar a pop. So,
Oh wow.
At that price, I'm like, I just grabbed everything I could see that was.
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad because all those books I got back from CGC that came back as 9.8s, a bunch of them were worth like half of what they were going for when I sent.
Those were see these I all bought. I bought those all about a year ago at Half Price Books before Half Price Books hired somebody else that's now pricing their comics, and they're just all over they're all over the map around me but like everything, honestly, maybe not a year ago, but like right when you could first start going back into places after COVID, wearing a mask and stuff, I just went in and I kind of cleaned them out because like every book they had was 99 cents. So I was like, all right,
yeah,
I didn't grab anything remotely.
A lot of that stuff, if even if you don't want to be bothered with it on eBay when you're on Whatnot, it's good fodder. I mean,
yeah, exactly. And
the thing is, like, you put them up there as $1 book, and at least it's a push, if nothing else, you know.
Well, and honestly, the eBay. I mass upload stuff anyways when I'm doing it, so I just like add it on the pile, shoot a front back photo, and then just go. And I don't care if they sit. Like I could sit on eBay for a year for all I care because it's like,
it's funny. Chip mentioned that $1,200 Millennium Falcon. While I was at the beach this weekend, I went into the store and they had that Millennium Falcon up on the shelf. And Jesse ran over there real quick to see what the price was, and she was like, "Yeah, we're not paying that." And I looked, and they wanted $1,600 for it. I'm like, nah.
Yeah. I remember Brennan did that. My son, my eldest, back when he was younger. At one point, it was like we went to the Lego store and they had the this drop ship it was a Clone Wars drop ship that had under the belly of it was a freaking walker that was like to drop down or something, and it was like, I don't know, $400, $500, or it had to be way more than that. Maybe I don't even know. It was obscene, the price, and we were just telling him like, dude, you need if you want, you can click like tell people you want gift cards, and you can collect them over time. He never ended up getting it, and I swear we probably have somewhere in his room is probably hundreds of dollars of Lego gift cards.
I was trying to find
many things. Like these
are like sent me my old toys when I was a kid. This thing is like thrashed.
Your Barbies?
No, this guy, I don't remember what he was, but you take him apart, his lungs and everything are showing, and you press his back and the lungs move and the blood flow. It's all, although the blood still flows. I don't remember what creature he was.
Yeah.
I almost bought remember the $1 Million Man toy with the thing you build him? They had that at this shop, and I was like, that's a little bit before my time, but still it's super cool, and I still almost bought it.
My sister had Oscar, I remember, because one of us had a $1 Million Man, but I had this guy instead, I think. But she had Oscar, and she had his old briefcase, and if you turned it one way, it exploded. Yeah, I don't know.
Taylor, are you sure we should stop drinking?
We should start drinking.
I mean, I really want to, Rob, but I have to deal with an appraiser tomorrow morning, and
here you go.
Like,
what do you got there?
Star Wars. That's
Star Wars.
That's
that's the
original
troop carrier. Yeah,
it was a troop carrier that was never in the original movies. It showed up later on in Rebels. It showed up later on. It was original toy to the original Star
Jason,
Wars line.
I found this.
Back when there were only 6 figs.
I did find this, Jason. You might be interested in. But
you could mail away and get Boba Fett, or I think, or no, that was for Empire. Never mind, that was a little later. But yeah,
that looks like Bazooka's Bazooka.
Bazooka's Bazooka.
Yeah,
the M60.
You're absolutely right, Chip. You put high stuff on there, so the stuff that you think is normally high, but it's actually lower. It doesn't seem so bad.
The mortar, the gun. I forgot what this went up to. The flamethrower, maybe. The backpack. I've not been able to find my characters, but I found all their guns.
Butcher, you're
we found all the stuff that everyone else loses.
Snake Eyes is machine gun.
Nice.
Zuzi.
So, yeah, I got this eBay auction I'm watching, and it's 30 GI Joes from the 80s, and every piece of their gear they come with in really good shape. And it's got basically almost 2 days left, and it's at 387 right now.
The original helmet.
I'll probably me and Super Jesse are watching it. I'm prepared to pay more than what it's at. So we'll
See,
say
this was the guy they just re-released. He had the he had the black guy with the mustache and the
Roadblock
wearing the camos. That was his gun. I think it was.
Yeah, it's gotta be Roadblock.
Yeah, I mean, I've got here's a blast. It's broken, but you'll realize what this is when you'll see it. It's not it's not Toys R Us related. I mean, it's not G.I. Joe related. Wait, maybe that is. I'm not sure what the hell it is. And I thought it was Star Wars. I don't know.
It looks like Chewbacca. Wait a second.
Yeah, it's Chewbacca's thing, right? But it's not the.
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like a Star Wars.
Does it have like a little U to clip over the arm?
Yeah, and it's broken. It's actually broken.
It's Chewbacca's because it went in his thumb went in the hole and then it clipped on his arm.
Two tiny M16s. I don't know. Either way, I found the bag of those. I'm not able to find the guys for this. I found all the bags for all this crap.
Butcher, I normally would love to be drinking tonight. I just have to I mean I could have one or two, but I also was drinking during the Patrick game earlier too, and so I have to
it was football today.
I had to watch the Dallas game. I had to fast forward through the best probably 5 minutes that last when they beat the Patriots in overtime, but I had to fast forward through it because I had to get stuff done. So,
how many Star Wars toys do you still have, Eddie? Like, do you still have a ton of the old men?
Oh, I've got all my old guys. Yeah, I had Dagobah. I had the whole Dagobah system.
Do you have the
Boba
Boba
right now?
Fett
I've got these two.
Do you have the Boba Fett with the rocket that shoots out of the back?
Almost. But there's only a couple of those.
I have a friend who owns the Boba Fett with the rocket who shoots out of the back.
Unlikely.
I swear that toy never existed.
It does. I've seen it. It exists.
Most of the ones that exist are reproductions and whatnot.
No,
the original prototypes. There was only a couple of them.
Yeah, he paid thousands of dollars for this one a while ago. It's been verified existing.
That MTV7, those were great. That was like toys that were specially made for toys to be sold. There was actually they were never in any of the movies or whatnot, but they just wanted to augment. $8.88. But they were cool. How much was it?
They were the price of these. I got these in secondary market years ago.
Right.
From Carl's, $8.88.
Huh. Yeah, I mean they were great because most of those toys were actually pretty expensive. Those big ships and everything else. That it gave parents something else to be able to give kids that were decent price. Because I mean that's what.
Oh, there you go.
I found my name tag from Knott's Berry Farm. I've got a bunch of Star. I mean somewhere. Here's one you'll know. That's an original.
Nice.
So I only had about 4. A friend of mine had every single Transformer from the first series, second series, and all that. I had 3. But
there's a store around me there's a store near me that's got a bunch of the first series stuff, but they're asking a bunch for it. So.
Well, yeah, that guy, the shop that I think it was the shop. Yeah, we were down south. It was a shop that he was talking about in St. George. He now has an entire case of them. They're all loose, but they're all just sitting there. Hundreds. I mean, yeah. He has a ton of that stuff.
Do you still have any of your old toys at all, Rob?
No. When I went away to college, my mom got rid of all my old toys. We've had many discussions about that. She and I.
We've talked a lot of hours about that damn
topic. We have. It's a point of sore contention, but it all went away. All I have now is I have some stuff I have some G.I. Joes from
Here's what I have.
that are still new in box.
There's one car in here, and this is it. The Valvoline.
New Valvoline race car. Yeah, it's nothing.
Yeah. I know. I didn't figure, but my mom gave away all her Hot Wheels, but left me this.
I kept all mine. My mom still has my sister's Hot Wheels, and she would never, even when I collected them, she never gave them to me. But they were all black walls, so they were really not that expensive. Yeah, anybody want to put together Groot from the?
No, I got actually think back. They're actually 2000s. So in 2003 or 2004 or something, there was a case of G.I. Joe action figures that was misdelivered to my warehouse. And when I contacted the freight company, because it had I got 2 of those. It fallen onto our pallet, off of another pallet, so it didn't have an individual tracking number. They couldn't figure out where it was supposed to go, so they didn't even want to bother to pick it up. So I got this. So I've got the case of them up in my garage up in the above. I've opened up the box and looked at the figures and was enough to realize that like there was, like 4 of a couple different figures, and then there was like 1 or of each of like 2 others. So those were the rare figures or whatever were in there. Other than that, I closed it up and I just put up. I don't even know what figures are in there.
Oh, nice.
Rob's got a whole box of shit that I'm collecting now up in his deck.
It's not the original stuff.
Oh,
they're
the
2000.
You know what that is, right, Taylor?
It's from D&D, right? Or
it's like 2003 GI Joes.
It's World of Warcraft. It's
that's what it is. Okay.
He did.
If it was
McFarlane
the
did
80s, I would have.
There should have been a second Murloc attached right here, but he fell out.
Hell, they were the 80s one new on card like that. I'd be selling them on freaking for bank.
I thought you said in 2004 you got them.
I did get them in 2004. They were brand new at the time.
Yeah, they did re-release a lot of that crap.
So that's like stuff that it's like up there in a plastic tote and save it for maybe another 50 years from now.
Does your Pac-Man work, Taylor?
I have no idea.
Oh, I've got 2 of them.
It's missing the original battery cover, so it's like duct taped and it's
janky. Yeah, I've got 2 of them. One's
this was ours as a kid, so I mean,
pretty good shape. So
yeah, this is all I have left.
Nice.
Yeah,
baseball, nice.
Hell yeah.
I like to take it with me to a baseball game every once in a while. And
I've got a bunch of like the micro machines from
those
Force
are
Awakens and stuff, but
those you make good money on.
Well, maybe. I mean, they're just sitting in a bin right now. I bought them all at a Tuesday morning on clearance, and I'm like, well, I'll just.
This really is just random talking, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. We're not comics.
Yeah, I mean, we discussed dishwashers. I mean, we're not really talking about comics right now.
$900 dishwasher.
How about
we look for? You guys go ahead and talk.
A $900 dishwasher that actually only cost $139, and we never actually figured out how we got the $900.
Well, he overpaid to have it installed.
Yeah,
and the old one hauled away, and he paid for an extended warranty.
Yeah,
well, he paid for a 5-year extended warranty
on a $139 dishwasher.
$500 dishwasher
still,
which works about as well as the $139 one.
How much? Eddie, how much was the warranty? Oh yeah, the football one.
$115.
Oh, I used to love that game.
So 20%.
I can beat this game back and forth.
Yeah, a 20% add-on.
If you don't use this warranty, Home Depot gives you back 30% of what you paid. If you tell them within 90 days of the warranty.
So you won't get $1 back because you'll forget.
I'll forget. Yeah, I already figured that. But this is my favorite. And a guy I met online when I first started in retro games got me this retro game. I was so happy. I had this as a kid. If you remember it, Battlestar Galactica.
Okay, I mean, it looked familiar. I mean, I'm sure one of my neighbors had it. Yeah. We never had any of those, but nice.
You know what toy I still have is a stick.
A stick, yep.
Nice.
We got a bunch of them in the backyard.
These right here. You remember these?
Rob,
has that stick been up your butt? Because
I was thinking about Dungeons and Dragons the other day, and Taylor, I know you don't do pops, but they're releasing. I ordered it. You'll see it. Ordered 2 of them off of GameStop.
Hey, you might be interested anyways.
They've got a large Tiamat coming.
I've heard that's pretty cool, but yeah,
a large mimic.
You're not getting me down the.
I tried, Eddie. I sent him a pop. He still got it. Hopefully,
I still have it. It's great. Yeah.
I've got a gelatinous cube. I'm probably going to send him. I got it was a convention expensive one actually. It's like an $80 or $100 pop, and I have a loose one and one in the packaging. I think I'm going to send in his next box. He's going to get the loose one if I can find it. I actually have too many pops. I don't even know why. It's just stupidity. I don't.
Weren't you just saying you were like narrowing down your focus?
I am. I want to get rid of them.
Like he's thinking about it, but he doesn't do it.
But no, I want to. I mean, that's the thing. If I ever did open a shop, I've got so much weird shit. I could just fill up aisles. Statues. I got statues.
All right, here. Let's focus. No, what would you call your shop? There we go.
I haven't figured that. I'm thinking Old Man Collectibles. I would really go keep on that thing because I want to do.
Okay.
I want to have an area of comic books. I would cards, comic books, and collectibles basically.
Probably that is going to scare off the children.
You're
going to scare off the children, and everyone's going to expect it to smell like Old Man and pee.
Old Man Collectibles. Yeah, that's not going to. Yeah, it's not going to really. bring in the the teenagers who like Magic the Gathering and Pokemon cards, which is a good part of the money you're going to make at those places.
That's the problem with the new guy who's doing his shop. He does nothing online, does no advertising. I mean, it's just weird, and he does no cards at all. So he does artwork. He'll get you a T-shirt.
Yeah, no, the other problem is even the name Old Man's Collectibles. I wouldn't go in there because I think it's like for old men, not for me.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, I gotta find a better name then. Okay,
Cranky Collectibles.
Now, funny, hey, my LCS, they're hiring right now. They're Eddie. They want somebody to run their e-commerce and run their website, and then they're also looking for somebody to work part-time in the shop and mostly spend their day being a D&D master in store for stuff. You could be a professional Dungeons and Dragons master.
That's the thing I'm talking about. I want to talk to this guy run his comic book side of his business, because I mean that's the one thing none of the shops around here do. They don't do any online stuff. You'd have to have an in-house whatnot. You'd have to have an eBay store. You've got to have a website. They don't do any of that kind of stuff. There's no way they can make it that way.
So the thing for the store to do well, right, to do online stuff, is you have to differentiate yourself, because you're not going to be known. The people who are going to shop online, if you're a local shop, unless you go out and really get your name out there and from a marketing standpoint and start making big national splashes, the only people who are going to go are already your local people.
Your local people,
right?
Your regular customers.
So what do you do to do them? Well, you want to focus on things. What makes life easy, right? This is the thing I've been talking to my shop about, is during the pandemic stuff, they don't list anything that's up for sale this week, right? After that, they put all their incentive variants up online. So if people want to buy incentives and whatnot, they can try to expand their audience, maybe to look at the incentives. They do a lot of their toy and game and puzzles, because that's how they diversified. Is they used to have a separate game shop and they merged the two into one. So
yeah.
But I don't want to say, what you really need to have is your back issues, right? No, who cares about your new stuff? If you're not, I can get the current, you want to offer, fine. You want to make available offer to do previews or pull boxes and we'll ship them to you, fine. But that's not what your website's about. No, they can get local modern today's books anywhere. But your back issue collection, being able to have a good inventory of that with good pictures or a good rating system where somebody can evaluate these books, that's where, hey, even if I'm a local guy, if I got the time and I could sit, if my shop had that set up and I could be going through their back bin
from home,
I would. And
that's
because
a lot
then
of work on that one, yeah.
It is, but then because their system is now inventoried, they can also do better at being able to manage the pricing, of keeping it more reflective of what.
See, that's my entire problem with the whole thing. What I'm thinking that I don't know how to do is to set up an inventory system to keep track of stuff versus not. The guy down south doesn't really have one. He sells a book, he goes, sees if he has more of them underneath, puts them back up there, reprices them. Up by us, the guy has a scanning system where he has something he has prints out the price on it, $5.99, and it has a barcode on it. I'm just not familiar with that which system to use, which is easier. Like for the online thing, I thought in that case, so say, no one around here gets new books except for those two shops. That one south you went to and my normal shop. But if you really want to nobody gets the incentives, neither of those shops do. But what I see people do, I don't know if it would be a good idea or not, order 25 of every book, so you'll get the 10 and the 25 if there is one. Then basically put them online at a reduced price, because like I've been buying, that's how I buy some of my new books now. I find them online for a reduced price, 50 cents off a book, pre-order them on there. They come to me when they come online, and then you'll have the incentive books to try to make some extra money on, because you don't make much on the regular books.
Right, that's what the stores are doing now. A lot the brick and mortar store, but you're going to try to do it without the overhead of a brick and mortar, but get people to spontaneously just show up to your URL out of a million URLs that exist.
Exactly.
That's
start a Lego store, Eddie. Do you got a Lego store where you are?
No Lego store. No Legos all.
I
Legos are the next Bitcoin.
It's like trying to find a drop of
Hey, the SHIB coin
coloring
actually like
revolution.
doubled from when I first bought it. It's been sitting there for so long. I realized my money doubled on it. I only had like $50 in it, but still.
Don't get Eddie going on a tangent. We'll never get him back into this comic shop thing.
Sorry.
I know,
But
right?
no, I mean,
Now-
I was thinking
now,
that's the kind of
you-
thing. Pick and then send certain books off to CGC because nobody around here does. The Southern shop does not believe in grading books. The Northern shop, he doesn't pay attention or care. He's too busy in Hollywood working on his.
Meanwhile, you partner up with Taylor so he can have his mobile comic shop along with your
He
online
could be,
shop
yeah.
and still not have a brick and mortar location.
There you go.
But find it. But find his van on Instagram and go visit. See what he's got today.
It's
Yeah,
like
I
I
a-
like
like the
it.
book bus.
Well, the reason
Back
I
in the
want-
day,
Like
they
the
used
food
to pop
trucks.
in your town and you could go buy books as a kid.
exactly the Scholastic Mobile Library. And,
Yeah,
and
we had
comic books, yeah.
we had the bookmobile, from the public library.
We
Had
have the
comic
bookmobile still
bookmobile.
here. There's a bus that
Yeah.
parks. We're far enough out of town. We have a
Well,
bus that
And
parks
just
on
like
the
the
major
food trucks,
way
you
to
have
our
the
thing.
app that tells you where the food truck is this week today.
Yep.
Now
Yep.
we can follow where's Taylor's mobile. Where's
Well-
the Cranky Comics mobile van?
yeah, and I mean, here's my problem with that. I have to live
Unfortunately,
out of
the
it too,
police
so
are
I'm gonna
using
have
it to
very
follow
few
wherever
comic
he's
books
at.
there.
Where's that white van that's got saying, "Hey kids, comics"?
Yeah, exactly. Step in my van, little boy.
Do you like Superman?
Yeah.
I actually like the idea. Well, that was one of the things we thought about. If I did do brick and mortar, you bring you just like the guy down south. I was going to put these in there for people to play free games and stuff like that. Have an area where they can play card games and stuff like that. I mean, there are collectors in this town. Problem is getting them. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, so like I know my LCS. I've seen a lot of comic book shops that are they're focused on comic books. When
There you go, Butcher. Creepy
Which
Van
is great.
Comics. Perfect. Go ahead.
creepy pen comics.
Yep.
My shop, it's probably about 40% comics and 60% games and pops and all the other stuff. Mostly because that stuff has higher margin, and turns over, whatever it is. But then they set up, a good portion of the shop is set up to do once COVID subside something is to do in-person gaming, and that's one of the things they do is not only do they do events, but then they have like almost every board game that they have you can come in and check it out and play it there, and so you could try the game out with friends or other people that know, and then, oh hey, I like this game, let's buy a copy and go home and type stuff, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
They've done very well with that, and as well with all the card game tournaments and the dice game tournaments and having all that stuff there to sell.
Yeah, we have on the north side of town, we have something called Noggin Games, which just actually took over a place next door, and that's what they do. They were real small beforehand. They've got tons of tables. They basically have tournaments and all that. Mainly, it's all gaming stuff.
And then of course they sell drinks and snacks and stuff to boot as well too, because
Yeah.
more margin. But the comics itself, I mean, we're a bunch of whiny bastards who come in there and get all bent when there's like a single ding on some paper or something that isn't going to be worth anything for 700 years anyways. But it's like, oh, this one has a scratch, I want a different copy. And we're like the milkmaids and fucking.
This week we did see the problem with Penguin. I mean, 3 out of 5 of the books I was going to pick up this week were destroyed. I didn't buy them. I mean, they were crunched in on the corners. They were so damaged. I was not paying $7-8 for a freaking book that is physically crunched in. I just said sorry.
Hey, I understand. I just know that I watched a guy at the counter asking for a different copy, and making the freaking store manager was going through other people's pull boxes, pulling out issues and showing it to him, and he would nope, that one's got this thing here, and nope, until like I could tell the manager was about to freaking blow his gasket and tell him to go fuck off, and he finally said, "Oh, this one will do," and it's like, okay, fine, great. So now he did this one that was jacked up, was stuck it in somebody else's box, and that person's gonna either take it or get bent on it. It's just a.
Okay, back on the comic book thing. What's everyone's thought on House of Slaughter? Overrated.
Sounds like a great way to get more money out of people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: it's not going to sneak up on anybody like something like the children did. So
Exactly. It's not going to be exactly what Taylor just said. It's not going to be that book that you know.
But everybody will climb onto it. And a number one. Let me go.
You'll be seeing it on every YouTube auction and whatnot auction for the next 6 months.
Yep.
And it'll be in the mystery boxes.
I for fun got one signed, one copy signed and remarked, since I'll get in about 12 months. I'm okay with that. I just wanted to, just because I thought it was I like the cover on it, so I grabbed it. One of the websites had it.
I have zero.
I'll pick up cover A.
Oh, I've got multi covers coming for fun. I picked up the 1 in 10, 1 in 25. They were selling for like $20 for every cover and the 1 in 10. Then I found for $22 every cover, the 1 in 25.
You sound like me with Berserker when it came out.
Yeah.
Well, it could be worse. You could sound like Lee with Berserker.
I think
Lee's got the right mindset for Berserker, I think.
It pre-sold 460,000 copies.
Yeah, so
it's going to be out there. I just thought I'm hoping the storyline's good. That's the one I'm going to be able to start off in the beginning, read it. I can still only read, the few copies that the book I got from you, Taylor, that I won, and then I'm so
Didn't
far.
I send you that link, Eddie, for that?
Yeah, you did, but I'm lazy. I haven't done it yet.
It's easier.
I don't like reading things on my phone. I have a hard time. My eyesight doesn't work well, and my glasses don't work well, and it just becomes. I like having it physically in hand. I'm weird like that. I like it more, and that's like the books I'm reading now. I like because I like them, and almost every other book. The only reason I buy them is I like the artwork. I like the cover. That's why I get things CGC. If I like the cover, I want the artwork from my wall over here. That kind of stuff. I love the pictures, and that's why I buy it now.
Man, somebody on eBay or on Facebook right now just got a newsstand first appearance of Cable first print for $85.
So my guy's shop has a damaged one for $200 sitting up there. I picked up a second print on eBay for $8 a while ago. I never had.
I got a second print in a mystery box. Those are they're not worth much.
I need a first print. I don't have that. When I sold my 16 boxes off when I was living in Vegas, that went in there too. First print of all my entire New Mutants went away, so I lost Deadpool's first appearance.
Well, I mean,
lost Cable's first appearance.
I don't collect it, but for $75, I would have picked it up in a minute just to flip it.
Yeah, but really, I got a few different things I'm doing. I've just decided I'll put a lot of my Silver Age into my next mystery box. I did that in my last one. Those sold out so damn quick. I was surprised. So far, people have liked the boxes. I don't know who won the friggin' Moon Knight yet. Still waiting on. So I'm curious, but.
You're the crankiest. You sound like the crankiest son of a bitch when it sold out so goddamn fast.
It sold out so damn quick. I don't know who won.
I don't know why it sold out fast. I'm surprised.
Because you had a good box, dude. You hit on what people want.
Well, yeah, that's why I figured out a little bit of a thing. So I'm happy.
You sound you sound thrilled. You sound like
I'm tired. Tired. It was one of those weeks. It was our systems at work were down so bad on Thursday and Friday, and without being able to work on Tuesday, it was a freaking nightmare.
My recent raffle box, I had put my slab copy in it. So,
you put your slab copy in. Nice.
Nice.
I like that book. I do. I wish I still had it. I don't have it anymore. I wish I did.
Eric, I was going to do your raffle, but I was going to wait till sort of the end and just kind of troll you a bit. But then you did all those minis and sold them out right away, you dick. So I couldn't troll you.
I'm looking at like that. I'm surprised, like the Spider-Verse, and I love that copy that the stuff I got back from CGC. I got that weird copy of some weird green incentive copy of Harley Quinn. It was
one per store.
Yeah, with the Harley. I love that cover, but I can't keep it.
Oh no, and it's a horrible book. So I mean, it's just
there's that. It's like
it
almost makes punchline look readable.
This is like the. Well, it's easy to say because the other series haven't been this bad, anywhere near this bad. It is the worst volume of Punchline or Venom ever. Venom, fucking Harley Quinn. My brain is.
Even Rob can't tell them apart. They're all the same.
Rob just lost me. I'm going, what?
Oh, it is.
Oh, because I always troll Rob because Punchline is nothing but a bad Harley Quinn ripoff. Which
except now she's a big improvement over the Harley Quinn.
Yeah, I tried reading the first issue. I don't like Riley Rossmo's art. Does not do it for me as far as storytelling goes. I'm not sure what pronoun they use, but like I like the covers and stuff. But they're the same ones that did the Cowboy Ninja Viking, and I couldn't. That was barely legible.
I can't get through a single issue. Yeah. I just keep trying to read it and flipping through the pictures real quick to try to get some of the story out of that and be all done.
Sorry, I'm getting a bunch of stuff from my work.
What? How come?
Rob's getting cranky.
Mm-mm.
He's getting
Yeah,
distracted.
because I'm getting notifications of stuff like, oh, you just missed out. But I was just looking at what's the stuff I'm tracking, and it wasn't listed there. And now it's showing up and saying you missed out on it, though.
Yeah.
It's like,
maybe they pulled it because it wasn't going high enough.
no, it ended up selling. They said you missed out because it sold.
eBay's been wonky with notifications and stuff today. It's been very late with sending them.
I mean, it's all right. I don't. It's a book I didn't need, but it was like at the price it was when I started watching it. It was like I couldn't.
I understand.
I have a copy of that, but I just can't let somebody else. I can't let somebody else.
It's very dangerous.
I do like the artwork on that cover. I mean, I know it's kind of weird looking, but
by the way, audience or folks here, I am hunting for a grail that I'd like to get at some point.
What are you looking for?
My Greatest Adventure number 80, but I'm not gonna be able to afford it. So,
My Greatest.
It's the first appearance of Doom Patrol.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, Comic Tom just started talking about it.
Yeah, that's the problem. Now it's out. It hit the key list, and so
yeah,
I should have picked it up like 6 months ago, and it was going for like $300. But
I'm on like episode 5, I think now, and it got a little weird and kind of out there.
And see, it gets weirder now, more out there. I don't even care about the show. I mean, I like the show, but that's not what I want it. I just like it for the historical significance and the fact that like Stan Lee might have ripped it off to do the X-Men, and
Yeah, that's true. But yeah,
it came out very close timeline wise and stuff. So, and I just like the idea of the Doom Patrol.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's a good. You're frozen a very apropos.
Who's froze?
You froze full.
Your image froze like this.
Yeah, like
who's yawning?
Like you're about to.
Yeah, well, you were like ready to take Taylor.
Yeah. You don't need to open that wide. Eric, I don't know what my limit is. Why do you got one? I mean, I have to move some stuff around. I got to sell some stuff first. So like, I don't know. I mean, I can't. I don't have the money for it really. I'm just hoping I could sell and or trade enough to get it. So, like, I would get rid of some of my silver. I would get rid of my like signed Stan Lee X-Men 19 because I don't care. It's like, okay, I don't need that. I'd rather have My Greatest Adventure. It's prioritizing like what I'd want. There's a couple DC keys that I think are really that one for the longest time. I think it was undervalued, the Doom Patrol. Now it's not, but like there's some other ones out there that I'd like to get to while they're still low. Like the first appearance of Dead Man, I think is very undervalued and stuff like that. So,
give me a list.
If you find one, let me know your price, and hit me up and I'll see what I can do. So, it somewhat depends upon condition and stuff too. So.
Speaking of Doom Patrol, I need to get back on that. After I finished Titans, I need to start watching Doom Patrol again.
I watched first 2 seasons. I got to watch season 3, which is ongoing right now, but it's fun. I like Brendan Fraser swearing like a sailor.
Yep.
They just saved the universe from the big eyeballs. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. And the one British witch guy was
I would prefer Slab on that one just because then I know it's easier to value on it. But if you come across a raw one, man, honestly, just let me know. I'll do what I can.
Tiger Hunters.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go to Dairy Queen and get some damn ice cream. I've been thinking about a blizzard for like last hour now.
We're good after an hour. We're good. I'm good with that because I've got to wake up way too early tomorrow. So, Taylor, what do you got going?
You got another day left to win. Do I have the book here? Yeah, I do. You have a day left to go to watch my video and win this if you're interested. The 6th Gun trade paperback, U.S. only. If you're Canadian, fuck off and die.
Wow.
Not really. I'm just not shipping this book to Canada. That's not worth it. And then Tuesday,
I'm actually they agreed to pay shipping.
Well, if you agree to pay shipping and you really want it, it's all you. But Tuesday, I'm actually going to be reviewing a book no one's ever heard of called Understanding Comics.
Yeah, no one's heard of that one.
Really? Never mind. It's a. Anyways, and then Wednesday I'm going to be doing my live comic book review show at night. So,
Nice.
Very cool.
If you watch it on 1 second,
Tuesday.
Go ahead.
Sidekicks.comics.
Nice. I'm trying to make it painless for folks that watch me on the rewind for the review show because I know a lot of people don't want to watch live stuff. So I basically am just going to review shit and then interact with the audience. So you can still watch, get my cranky, joyous self.
Yeah, I might be able to. I'm hoping to have the time.
Anyways, come on. Sorry.
Jason, go.
Sidekicks.comics on Tuesday. We're going to be talking, it's Halloween coming up, so we're going to be talking horror books, scary,
horror.
spooky stories.
With special guest.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Eric.
with a very special guest.
Thanks for watching the Scrooge. Appreciate it. Tyrone, if I come across Tiger, I'll let you know.
Absolutely.
And it'll
Rob.
be a very special Sidekicks Talk Comics because Jason's going to take the pilot seat and run it. And I'm going to sit there in the co-pilot seat and try to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, last week he got to talk about Spider-Man that I didn't have a clue, and this week, this time I get to talk about horror comics, which he's not going to really have a clue. So,
yeah, and I'm not doing any research yet. So,
yeah,
You
he's
don't really
got
need
one of
to
the best
research.
horror things on right now, Jack Skellington. I almost bought a set of basically a onesie for an adult. If anyone,
Nice.
yeah.
Here, I want to share some with you guys really quick. And a friend of mine, if you ever guys,
Hi.
Jason, you guys might want to have him. He's not comic book related, but it is kind of film related. So let me share a screen really quick and see if I can find where it is. It's
If it
good.
goes up there, you can be on camera too.
Hang on, let me.
Yeah, see?
It ain't nothing but a hound dog.
So it's-
Ain't no but a hound.
Here, let's
Beagle.
share. Tell me if you guys can see what movie this is. Anybody know what movie that's from?
Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Okay, well, that's Meatloaf. I'll give you an idea, but I
Fight
know
Club.
that this is from from Fight Club. This is the underground scene. This here is Don Jankowitz. He's the guy who wrote the thing. He's no longer with us. He Gross Point Blank. He wrote the screenplay for Gross Point Blank. Pat Jankowitz is his brother right here. The Jankowitz brothers. They're very. All the brothers are about 6 feet, 8 feet tall. They're all really 6 to 7 feet tall each. But he
6 to 8 feet tall. That's pretty
Sorry,
big.
6 to 7 feet tall. My brain's gone. I'm tired. He does a lot of horror movie monsters and stuff like that, and a lot of stuff out of L.A. He wrote a book about Jaws. He's just really.
He looks like Jaws from.
Dude, he's friggin' huge, man.
He looks like Jaws from Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. He's if you look him up on IMDb, he was in like Joe Dirt during the scene where he wrestled an alligator. Don and Pat were up in the crowd and they shifted to him. Either way, if somebody ever needs a guy, Pat's really in the comic books. He writes books. His most famous thing is he wrote a book on Jaws. He goes to cons and does stuff. And either way, if somebody needs a guest, I bet I can get him. He's a pretty nice guy.
Why don't you get him on here?
I probably will.
If anybody else needs him but me, I know him. So
I'm just saying.
You were also bitching about running out of mystery box content. You have like actual interesting content you could do.
I know. I will contact him, but that's something that you're right. Okay, yeah.
Holy crap, Eddie! You're your own worst enemy sometimes.
But he can't charge himself.
I have another friend that actually. I'm going to tell you before you guys go. He He's
actually 9 feet tall, Eddie's other friend.
Eddie can't charge himself a finder's fee.
I don't know.
His other friend is Todd McFarlane. No one's ever heard of him.
Since Eddie's moving down the line here and ready to go ahead and sign off, without giving me a chance, I'm just going to take this opportunity now to say again, repeat what I said at the beginning of this broadcast in case you didn't see it then, or you're live now, or time displacement, wibbly wobbly, timely wimey. Tomorrow, mail call as usual. Gold, silver, bronze, copper. It's an awesome, epic mail call. And in Tuesday, Sidekick Talk Comics, we're talking about Saturday Slab Hub with Old Man Eddie is going to be our guest.
Nice.
He's bringing slabs if he hasn't sold them all to come.
They are selling
to come be on Slab Hub this week and talk to us about his slabbing journey.
Slab happy.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the information on that one. You got to give me that still.
Thanks, everybody. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys. Thanks for the fun. Sorry for the weirdness.
Don't be a dick.
Good night. I was about to do this.
You can be a dick daddy, but don't be a dick daddy.
You can be a little dick. You can be a little tiny dick.
A micro dick.
Micro dick?
Yeah.
Like micro machines?
Yes.
Okay. Good night.